oh my god, this is it, this is the end, we're going to die. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Dutchie, and today I am talking about some paranormal things that have happened to me. Some very real, some not so real, but equally as scary. If you're a skeptic, probably don't watch this because you won't believe any of it, and I don't give a what. So basically my nan passed away a few years ago, and prior to this I had nothing happened to me that was paranormal at all. Then things started happening, like I just kept seeing things and not being able to explain them. And I spoke to Mum about it, and she said exactly the same thing. Like she'd been experiencing almost seeing, it wasn't her, but you knew and you could feel it was her. Like if I was home alone, I could feel her there. Mum was exactly the same. One time my parents went away for a week, so Mark and I had the house to ourselves. He worked 6 till 10, so we got home from gym, he got ready for work, he left, and I was like, yes, time to make some dinner, so hungry. And our pantry doors come out like this, but you can't walk straight past them if you go into the toilet because they're pretty big. You'd have to like detour a little bit. So I know for a fact that they were closed. I walked past, went to the toilet, came back out, the doors are open. No, ladies and gentlemen, that can't happen. It happened. Mum works night duty, she's a nurse, so on the nights that Dad has work, he works till 10:30 most nights, I would take her to work and he would pick her up in the morning so she doesn't have to park. I would take her to work on the night. Every single night Mum would turn off the TV and we'd go, because Mum knew that when we got back I wasn't going to hang around in the lounge room. I'd sit in my room like on my laptop. This particular night I know Mum turned the TV off, I was right there. Took Mum to work, came back in, could hear voices, and I was like, great. Just great. So I like walked in and the TV's on and I was like, you beauty. TV was on, completely freaked me out, quickly turned it off and like grabbed Sydney, my dog, ran to my room, plonked him on the bed and just went on YouTube because I was like, ah. And it's not, our TV is not one of the TVs that can like, has loose wires and can like turn on by itself. We used to have a TV that would do that every now and then. It would turn on and off just randomly by itself. So that was creepy. Now onto like a bigger sort of story that I thought I was going to die. Last year I lived on res at uni, and another guy in my unit and myself had seen some sort of spirit down my end of the unit. We both knew what it was, we'd spoken about it, and seen exactly the same things. Half of the unit were skeptics and wouldn't believe it. The other half were too scared to acknowledge the fact that there are spirits living among us. So they just completely block out the idea and be like, oh, don't be dumb, like, or don't talk about it. Yes, we knew, we had spoken about as a unit that we'd seen stuff in the house that wasn't human. Like, it was there. One particular night, one of the girls that was here in the, that was there in the lounge room, was like, one was a skeptic, one was the one that was like too scared, I'm always open to it, and that girl's boyfriend. As we'd come home from something, we decided to watch a scary movie, so we popped on Annabelle. About halfway through, some pretty scary things were starting to happen. So it got to about halfway through and the scariest parts were occurring, and the TV just kept turning on and off, and we were like, what the heck? I forgot to mention also that TV, our TV on res was awful. It actually would turn on and off. So we were just like, oh, it's doing it again sort of thing. Like, didn't think anything of it at the time, but due to watching Annabelle, it made it really kind of creepy and like, what is going on? Then it just kept doing it way more often than it normally would. So this girl who gets scared really easily was like, what is going on? No, like, who's doing this sort of thing? And the other girl and I had no idea at the time. We were just like, oh my god, like, what is going on? Like, this is... And it would start, like, the volume turning up and down by itself, heaps, and like really loud, then really soft, and we were like, that can't happen, like, what? I've literally got goosebumps. But yes, like scary stuff like that started happening, and we were like, like, what is going on? It got to a stage where this girl was like freaking the F out. She was running up and down the corridors trying to get other people in their rooms to come out and see it, trying to come out and help. At this stage, this girl's boyfriend like shows me what he's doing. He's got like this remote on his phone that controls the TV. He's turning it on and off. He's turning the volume up and down. This other girl and I are totally in on it, and we're like, yes, so good. Like, let's freak her out. friends on us. And when she came back, basically we just kept, we'd like ask it questions, or one of us would be talking about something. We're like, imagine if whatever. And then the volume would go up, and eventually we figured out that volume up meant yes, volume down meant no. And they would start answering, it would start answering questions. It answered its name. We'd like ask what letter it started with, or we'd say, does your name start with an A? And it would go up one, meaning yes and stuff. Ended up, like, such a long saga, ended up spelling out like a 16-year-old girl who died in Gordon 3, like, just so much stuff. Absolutely messed with this girl, and it's really mean. By the end she was nearly in tears, and it's so mean. But, I mean, she's one of our best friends. She's not like a total random. We wouldn't do that to someone, like a random. But, yeah, it was actually until the guy let the other girl and I in on it, we were freaking the F out, because, like, I had seen stuff in our unit. Like, I had seen spirits, and, like, what if this is actually happening? Something was taking over, possessing the team. But no, obviously this other girl and I went along with it, so when it started answering questions, we were like acting really scared, and it kind of felt like it was actually happening still. Like, we weren't acting, because prior to this guy telling us that he was in on it, like, we had no idea. We actually thought something was taking over the TV, so we just kept yelling out things like, oh my god, this is it, this is the end, we're going to die. And then basically she got so scared that she couldn't stay in our unit. She had to go back and stay with this guy in his unit, because she was like, no, F this, I'm not staying here, our house is possessed and stuff. So yeah, gotcha gal. If you're watching this, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want more videos like this, or if you have any paranormal experiences, then please comment them down below. I want to know. Like, I love all this stuff, and I want more stuff to happen to me, like real stuff, not fake stuff like that. But please give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you love ghosts and paranormal stuff. And I'll see you in my next video.